right, everyone, welcome back to GK Pro's coverage of the 2024 Paradise Plates, the final event of the 2024 Tour Down Under. I'm Nate Perkins here with Paul Oman. We're in paradise.
Absolutely in paradise. This place is incredible. We got one more hole in the woods here, and then we're out to these beautiful vistas of the mountains and the wind.
The wind did kind of pick up. It kind of changed the game a bit. Taking a look at the scores from the front nine, Paul and Sully leading the way at 5 under. Jacko got the eagle there on 8, but then followed it up with that unfortunate bogey there on the 9th. And Ryan, a couple bogeys slowing his game down. Levi Stout, just putter hasn't touched the ground yet on that front nine.
Yeah, he's really excited about this tour down under, and he is ready to show out.
We're cruising over the Dart River right now, and for all you Lord of the Rings fans out there, this is one of the filming locations. Here we are, hole 10, par 5. It's just 151 meters, but this is a gap finder's kind of hole.
Absolutely. We got that OB on the left where the earth just seems to drop off into nowhere. A lot of brush over there. So I like this design here. There's kind of a specific play. You can kind of get greasy if you want to for the eagle play.
Sully going hurricane here. I'm actually really excited to see what he can do with the hurricanes after watching, of course, Shasta throw for many years with that disc, but then Andrew Marweed with those flip-up forehands on the hurricane shot.
Yeah, you get a glimpse of it there. Sully threw a great shot. Really found a good resting place for his disc. I'm trying to make a backhand work here.
Help. Got some help.
Yeah, I was
needed it.
Straight for the OB there.
Good kick right there. Ryan going with the forehand destroyer. Just trying to get this one in play. That's the conservative play, but, you know, in a short par 5 like this, it can work out.
Yeah, just a little early for him, but I think the forehand sets up well for this shot. I have played several rounds with Jacko, and I haven't seen him throw too many forehands.
No, he's going flippy right here. This is a 9-speed. It's a Pekka.
And he dials it up.
Money, and gets the kick back on the road.
Good little kick. I'm loving seeing a backhand player slice up these fairways. Give me a line or two to look at.
Yeah, Jacko's been one of New Zealand's best players for many years. He's been in that 990 kind of 1,000 rated range for the past 5 years or so.
Just a joy to play with, honestly. Ryan playing the aggressive shot here. He's throwing over OB the entire time. That huge drop off to the left, and he just nails the gap perfectly. You can see it on his face. Sully,
through.
Yeah, drawing up that second shot well. Just a little bit of a brush to contend with for his putt, it looks like.
This looks tight.
Oh, yeah.
It is tight.
I missed my line. Find the shape of the shot, but missed my line, so somehow get up there. A couple of oohs in the crowd. I know I got away with one there. Jacko's sitting just to the right of me.
Oh, yeah. It's looking.
Giving himself a
Circle's edge right there for the eagle.
Another eagle look.
That'd be a good way to sandwich a bogey.
Oh, yeah.
Sully's going to give us a stab at this with his little jumper. Come on.
Yeah. Such a direct putt from Jacko.
Definitely outside the circle there, maybe 40 feet. No problem.
Lots
hard
of
sit.
spin.
Yeah, he's nasty. His wrist is so free.
Yeah. That's how you back up a bogey. Another eagle.
2 eagles and 3 holes.
I somehow scrapping my way to a birdie after a few shots that weren't so great.
All of a sudden, you're 6 through 10.
I'm stoked. Ryan cleaning up his birdie after taking that aggressive second shot.
Sully's going to keep pace with you at 6. And we've got a decent walk out here to this expansive valley. The rest of the course we're going to play is pretty open, and the wind started picking up. We're going to start things off with this par 4, 179 meters. It's slightly downhill. It's reachable for the big arms, but we had a slight headwind, kind of cross left to right at times.
Oh, yeah. And you let this thing drift a little right or a little left, and you're in some trouble. It's right in front of you, but...
And I just got to say, that's not a green screen in the background. That's
not at all.
That's Turret Peak and Mount Earnslaw that we can see in the backdrop of this hole. And there's actually people getting married right there, Paul, and it's out of bounds.
I don't think they were getting married. Just a couple spectators enjoying the views. I don't think they double booked us for the weekend.
No, but there is a place where people do get married
Yes.
right there, though.
Spotter's getting a first-hand look at Sully and Jacko.
Now, are you full ripping on this destroyer right here?
You know, you can see here, I got a funky little stance. I saw some shots get up there, so I'm thinking just don't drift a lot and hit it. Oh, yeah.
Where does that go?
Pull a bit right. You don't get a good view, but there's a solid batch of trees on the right there that you want to throw over, not into. And just kind of brush off of them and land on the road there on the right. Not the most savvy position. Ryan getting that thing to turn over a bit. That's what we're looking for.
Yep, just over the trees there.
Just solid play.
Shortcuts down this way.
So this is your second.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy, fortunate not to be in that green stuff to my right. Looking at a funky little angle, so I'm thinking this is the safest play. Kind of clip a tree out of the hand. Leave myself a little shorter than I'd like to be. Just a slight uphill to that basket, kind of cresting on a spine.
It's a tough one to get close to, especially with what the wind was doing. It was kind of ripping left to right tail right now, and you can see it just slam Jacko's disc down right there.
I like this angle that he's got, though. He can kind of run it into the front of that hill. You don't want to sky it over the top because it just drops off right after it. So these guys are throwing some safe shots right into the front of the green, trying to keep it as close as possible. Very direct from Ryan as well, throwing that roo-roo.
Another RPM disc. Nice straight putter. Go for the long birdie attempt.
Would have been great, but I was a little caught up in the views.
And that tail one just kind of slammed your disc.
Yeah.
Looks like you were on
I'm
line.
way below the basket at that point. I had to jump.
Casual birdie there for Sully.
Yeah, finding a stroke there.
good catch there from the RPM Helix.
Yes. It knows those discs well.
The basket's kind of getting the love it deserves back in the States, isn't it, Paul?
I love to see it, honestly. I mean, it's just a visually beautiful basket to look at while you're putting. I've never felt distracted or anything like that. I haven't had any issues with the catch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan as well. It's got that twist, little wine glass base.
Wine glass, I love that.
What do you got here, Paul?
168 meters. This is a hole that the big arms can definitely attack. There's a lot of trouble. You know, you're sitting on this knoll here. There's brush to the left, brush to the right, and then we're just throwing over this marshy area. In front of us, all this tall grass is OB in the middle. So I think a lot of players with the wind were playing off to this right side where you can see some spotters standing.
Jacko's trying to play this one safe, and he knows right away what he's done. That one's fading off.
Yep.
Into the out of bounds. I believe he goes straight to a drop zone.
Absolutely, yep. He gets a decent spot as he's throwing all over the out of bounds there. Retee would be devastating.
A little too much hyzer from Sully there. Oh, that's so thick over there.
Yeah.
Blackberries and...
Lucky to find your disc, honestly.
Yeah.
If we didn't have spotters, we would have been in trouble.
Yeah, the wind is really making this a challenging shot, isn't it?
He even left it out there like decent, like left side, you know. He knew it was going to flip, but it just caved to that headwind.
So you see 3 pretty poor shots. You're stepping up to the tee. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking throw a stable frisbee low, dart it, and I just...
The wind just took it.
Yeah, I got fortunate enough not to just punch straight into that stuff. I got a nice little limb that kept me on the outside here, but that was a tricky tee shot today.
You're going for the green?
I'm not willing to...
What is this?
To lay this up. Yeah, probably not the best strategy. I love the shape out of my hand. I hit it, but leaving myself a little more than I'm looking for.
Well, we can't really see on camera is the out of bounds down in the goalie to the right. I mean, that was a big send right there.
I exposed myself to trouble. This is a little more like it. Sully's buried in there, so he's got to pitch out. But that drop zone, I mean, it's an honest shot. It's right in front of you.
Oh, Ryan also going for it.
I think I gave him a bad idea, honestly. But
great result.
There you have it. He's got himself a long look.
Oh, you good? Oh, am I good? Yeah, I'm fine.
This is kind of a tough win for the forehand right here. It's a little headwind left to right. Really need to hang this one wide.
Right, and
he does. Look how wide this is, Paul.
He's got to get it high over those bushes, too, to clear those bushes. It's well executed. Gives himself a look. Jacko with the Takapoo upshot.
So not too bad if you throw it out of bounds. You kind of
right
250 feet left.
No look at the birdie really, but you can still get up and down for the par. Still lost in the views. Not getting too aggressive with that one. Ryan's still looking for that birdie.
Yeah, this one looks straight up the Dart River Valley, and just before you get to those peaks is the site of Isengard. It's kind of unbelievable, and as Sully just floats that one in.
Beautiful putt for par. Had to straddle out.
Oh, just low enough. Yeah, that's a good save right there.
Yeah, he's not going to miss any more putts low. No trouble for Jacko. Taking a good par after that drive.
Yeah, you can just see it. I mean, where Merry and Pippin got the Fangorn Forest to come out and take down Isengard and Saruman. It just all went down right there, Paul. It's too cool.
I'm so happy I have you here. Would not be able to bust out those references.
I just can't wait for Kelly Visca to watch this coverage.
No, he's just waiting for it to come out.
Right, all three. Just 102 meters. This one was just ripping tailwind today. There's a little OB right. It was just hard to park this hole today. You throw a putter, it could just glide for days. You go too stable, it could just drop into the water.
It felt like the perfect putter play with this wind. You can hit it. Jacko's going to show us how it's done.
Skates just past that last OB flag, and he'll have a little testy 24-footer back into the headwind.
Into the headwind, water behind it.
Sully actually beefing up to the hurricane here. Does that have enough?
It finds the water, unfortunately. I just love this play from Ryan. He trusts this Ruru, and it just sits so pretty for him. I see his putter fly well. I'm like, okay, haven't played this hole yet, but
Staviar?
I mean, you know, the basket's a little below us. We got the tailwind. Thinking just get it up high. Don't leave it short. Maybe use a tree or two.
It's the love. That is too good, Paul.
If I'm not on a hyzer angle there, I'm just dumping into those trees, OB.
Yeah.
And they just give me a little kiss out.
Oh, so this is where Sully has to throw?
Yep. To the
Drop zone, short of the water. It's kind of tricky.
Little zone. Got Ethan on the bag there. Jacko's putt is made for this place.
Just that flat delivery?
Just
or
flat delivery, very just direct, right at it. He's not trying to touch it in there, he's just ramming it.
A good cleanup from the drop zone. That's a pretty tough shot into that tailwind.
Yeah.
And you're capitalizing on that tree love.
Thank you. Easy money for Ryan.
All right, we've got to give a big shout out to the PDGA for getting GK Pro out here to film this tour down under here in New Zealand. Here we are, hole 14. 110 meters. this is a ripper.
Is that
of a
110
hole.
meters up?
It's straight uphill, and it's into a direct headwind. I mean,
That's
it
wild.
takes 75 miles per hour of speed to get this to.
It's just sitting up there, just like asking for you to throw right at it. And Jacko says, no, this is my play. I'm gonna play some golf on this hole.
And so Ryan's just going to send it.
This is the danger of this
Yeah,
hole. It's right there. You know you can throw 360 feet, but it's completely uphill, and that brush that's right in the middle of the hill just sucks them in.
Oh, yeah, you've got it. You've got it. That's
I
on
don't
top,
know.
Paul.
I never got the disc flat, but I wanted to give it a try. This is my first go on this hole.
And Sully's just going to play this one safe.
But not safe enough.
He's
Yeah,
trying to go for it,
I
isn't
think he
he?
was, honestly.
I thought he was
Yeah.
playing out right.
He liked the wind.
So he's going to climb into these blackberry bushes right here
I think he got fortunate here.
to have a lie even.
To have a lot, yeah.
Yep.
Because it is so steep on that hill, and some of that stuff is just so thick with monster thorns. Wow, even Ryan has a look.
Oh,
Little trickle down.
it just rolled right back in his face.
Jacko, he can probably see the flag stick here, maybe.
And this is a touchy shot. I mean, the wind is really ripping. Can't really hear it. And these flags on top of the basket, they're like nautical flags.
Yeah.
They don't move, but the wind is ripping right now.
I gave myself a look, but still lost in the views. Ryan cleaning up that little roll away from a bush.
It's a good putt. We touched on it a little bit earlier, but Ryan Cambridge is a bit of an alpinist, and he's actually done the majority of the peaks in the background of these holes, Paul.
You said you did one with them last year, right?
I did. New Zealand has what they call the Great Walks. They got a dozen of them or so, and they're multi-day walks. And Ryan took me up the Root Burn track, and we slept under a rock bivvy. He took me up to a peak, and we could see all these glaciers. And it's a hike I'll never forget.
Hit me with a gondola ride. I'll put y'all at the top. Just couldn't pass up those views. Had to get a group photo. Moving on to 15 here. Par 3, 137. Downhill.
Fun hole.
Yeah, I
Super
feel
fun.
like this one's, you just let her rip.
Yeah. You've got it. It's good to not go first. Get a little bit of a wind read right here. How much is it going to like play right to left, or is it just direct tail?
It's not a full disc either, too. So I feel like, I don't know. I wasn't like completely comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Jacko hit this though, and
I think he's going Kotari here.
Yeah.
It's like a stable 12 speed.
he gets it out wide.
Yeah, well
And,
thrown.
Just 10 feet short of the distance, just a bit left. Gives himself a putt. A lot of room for error here. I feel like he can sail this thing.
Oh, he's going a little Annie at this one. Didn't quite commit to the turn enough, and he's fading off outside of circle 2.
I would have loved to have seen it work, but yeah, that was kind of a dangerous play, trying to play a little drifter left to right.
Yeah. You're going to hang this destroyer out wide.
Oh no. Like I said, this one, I'm throwing a T-bird. Like, I don't want to hit this thing too
No
far. You
way.
can just sail over the back of this thing.
Glidey.
Yeah. Didn't
Like
hit
it.
it as hard as I needed to, but I'm gonna dial it up tomorrow.
So Sully's got that same hurricane.
Puts a great move on it.
Flats it out just a bit, but hyzers off early. Yeah, these downhill shots to close out this round are a lot of fun.
Yeah. I just feel like, man, they can get away from you if you're not careful. Like, you can end up in some spots where you're like here, just scrapping for a long putt. Whereas Sully, he stayed up on the high side, still giving himself somewhat of a manageable look.
And so the Paradise Plates has been Sully.
Yeah, that's what you want to
From
see.
50, that little jumper. Pink. But this tournament, Paul, has typically been a destination tournament in mid to late March, but they wanted it to be on the Tour Down Under. So Martin Getty, the tournament director, decided to put it at the end of the tour, have it here in February. And so that's why the grass is a little bit taller than normal.
Nice.
It's because it's a little earlier in the summer. And so things can get a little hairy if you on these downhill shots, if the disc gets away and you're searching for your disc for a while.
Oh my gosh. Get you some spotters.
Great birdie there from Jacko. And this card is really feeling it right now with these tailwind putts.
Sully hit that big one. Jacko's feeling comfortable. I'm just trying to keep pace. Not get lost in paradise here.
Yeah, Bob's like, let me just go ahead and pan on over back to that valley. Here we are, hole 16, another just super fun downhill hole. We have a little bit of a gap to start with. The basket's probably 50 feet below you, just 102 meters. So, pick your poison on if you're going putter or mid.
This is the hole dubbed Adam and Evil. Jacko going with his Takapoo. And giving us a great wind read.
He's really on a roll right now.
Yeah. Kind of pulling that a bit. And finding the trees, realizing why Jacko threw his putter. I threw my mid for some reason.
Got there quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Sully going Raptor here.
Sully's got this hole dialed.
I think that might be the disc he aced hole 7 at USDGC with, that American flag Raptor. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys, but
he said that's the one disc he can't lose.
That must be the one then.
Yeah. Ryan kind of clipping that right side as he exits the gap and just knocking him down a little sooner than he'd like. Good look at the basket location strung up between the trees here. That's me pitching out. I got deep in those things.
I didn't even see you.
I know. Somehow I found the one hole in those trees. Got way up in there. Sully with a great forehand drive. Taking a bird. Things are starting to roll here for a couple of our card mates. Jacko.
Yeah, he just moved to 10 under for the day.
Really capitalizing on this back nine.
Don't throw it. With my break.
Hole 17. I think this might be one of my favorite par threes in the world. OB right behind it with that fence. Looking downhill. You could probably throw anything in your bag. One big tree that kind of defines the fairway you want to go left or right of. The left side's very open for the forehand. Just got to perch it up on this spine here. Really getting a great view here.
Is that a little wide from Jacko?
Yeah, out of his hand you can hear him say he's a little bit wide.
It's tough to control the distance on that one. And you have that OB fence looming just 30 feet behind this pin, so you really don't want to sail it.
It's so easy to get to.
Does he flatten that hurricane out?
He did.
Oh, he got there quick, Paul. He's well out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's the danger here. Now, you throwing rock?
I'm throwing a mid. I just watched Jacko throw that last hole with his putter. I went too far with my mid. I'm thinking this is the one. Just get it out wide. Give it some height.
Good D. Oh, let's go.
I couldn't have been happier.
Someone else is moving to 10 under par. Come on. And it just barely flattened out. That's going to be all the difference. Keeps him out right, outside of the circle.
Bit of a crosswind there. That left to right. Jacko showing us what happens when you end up early. You're just in the shul down there.
It's 2 meters from barbed wire, right?
Sully asking if he can take that 2 meters. Still a little bit breezy. Like we said, those flags don't like to move, but this is a windy look, but he's up and in.
Yeah, good for par. Couldn't tell where he went out of bounds, but where his disc was, thought we gave him the right spot. There's Ethan Stout carrying the bag for Sullivan Tipton. That's Levi Stout's brother helping out. He'd already walked one round. He was ready to do it again.
And this feature card's kind of cooking.
I had never looked at scores, but I knew we're
34 under par collectively. Here we are, par 5. The eagle is in play here. You can throw a big hyzer. We have a little bit of a right to the left wind today that can kind of help that hyzer carry. You can also play a baby Annie up the middle to get yourself a little bit more distance and kind of attack this one for the eagle 3. I think it's been taken down a few times before this feature card approach this final hole. Not really a lot of danger on this one.
just that left side just drops off. I don't think there's OB over there, but you don't want to end up down that hill trying to fight your way back up. Got some OB near the barn on the right as well.
So you like that kind of crosswind? Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
Just not giving that crosswind the respect it needs. Put it out wide. There's plenty of room out there.
Jacko going to correct on that.
Yeah.
Hangs it out wide. Goes pretty stable though, and it checks up.
Gave him
That's
a
in
good
play.
reminder. I think this is more like the birdie play here. A very, very easy way to secure the birdie. Not getting as aggressive off the tee. Giving yourself a better landing zone.
Right through the fence, onto the road. That's also a birdie play. I think you need up into that 450 to 500 feet to really attack this one for the three.
And to go up the middle, you've got to shape a shot. You can't just throw a lazy hyzer.
Nice play from Ryan. He's looking to move to 6 under par and make some moves there.
So I got fortunate out of that tree. I thought I dropped straight down into a bush, but I've got a wide open look here. I know OB's on the right. I know that left side just drops off. Do not want to be down there.
You kind of got a hold of that one, man.
Yeah.
That was a nice flat delivery. You got it to turn a little bit.
That disc was made for that shot. Wasn't trying to get it too high. Wasn't trying to work it left to right or anything. Just get it flat and punch it. Sully can kind of open up on this shot. He's put himself in a great position with the drive, and he's got a lot of grass to work with there.
We're kind of playing back in front of the tournament central there, right past that barn. People are kind of starting their party pretty early.
Yeah, we got the jungle ceremony going on tonight.
This tournament just has that feel. It's a destination tournament. It feels like a non-sanctioned kind of party event where everyone's out here to really enjoy the game of disc golf and have a good time. But then there's also this, highly professional A tier going on.
Yeah. Yeah, it just gives me vibes of tournaments of the old days, Everyone came out to hang out, enjoy the golf.
People are camping out here in this valley. It's unforgettable experience. Here we go. What do you think? 280 left for you out in this open field?
Probably the super sticky grass, not going to give a skip. Maybe it was 300. Maybe
maybe it was. Yeah. Leaving it short though, leaving yourself a little tester. It's a par 5. It it's right on the cusp of 4.5, 5.
Yeah.
You really don't want to card that 5 to finish your round.
Not at all. These guys are having little chippies in with their third shot for a very, very, doable 4.
So he's going to tap that one in to move to 10 under par for his opening round. And Jacko has that left to move to 11.
Just an easy Takapoo upshot.
So your putt is going to be to match Jacko then.
Just never thinking about that. Got the crowd at my back there. And I'm going to throw that up. That was my layup.
The tailwind just kind of slammed that.
I think the sun had gotten to me. I was running low on energy. We can make something up, bud.
Oh, Ryan in.
That's how you
finish
do it.
with the birdie. He moves to 6. That's going to get him onto the chase card. And while we're closing things out, got to give a big shout out to Vortica Disc Golf, the presenting sponsor of this event. I believe Vortica is the brainchild of Martin Getty, who is the tournament director here, and one of the reasons why we're able to play out here in Paradise, New Zealand.
How do you get disc golf in a spot like this? Somebody had a vision. Jacko finishing out a stellar round.
It's unreal. Looking up the Dart River Valley right there. The views, just can't get enough of it. Jacko, 11 under par, 1034 rated unofficially. Paul and Sully, 1025 rated, 10 under par.
Yeah, only one bogey for this card on the back 9. That's pretty dope. And then we got the eagle for Jacko to start things off.
And Levi Stout, I had the pleasure of playing with him during this opening round. His putter did not touch the ground. He's going to take the early lead at a 13 under par, 1052 rated unofficially. And Jacko, Paul, Corey Ellis are going to join us tomorrow on the lead card here on GK Pro. Thank you guys for joining Paul and I here as we play disc golf in Paradise.
We're going back for some more views tomorrow.